My name is Dr. Victor Hanford, and I want to begin with a story that still keeps me awake at night. It was a rainy Tuesday morning when I got a call from a daughter who sounded terrified. Her mother, a 78-year-old woman named Clara, had slipped while reaching for a coffee mug. The fall was not violent, it was barely a stumble, but she could not get back up, not because she was injured, not because she was dizzy. She simply did not have enough muscle left to lift herself off the kitchen floor. She lay there for almost 2 hours until her daughter came home. I want you to hear what she told me when I visited her in the hospital. She said, "Victor, I feel like my body gave up on me. I feel like I have lost my independence forever." That sentence felt like a knife. Because Clara is not alone. Studies from the Journal of the American Geriatric Society show that after age 70, the average adult loses up to 2% of muscle every single year. That is not just weakness. That is a slow collapse of independence, stability, and dignity. But here is why I am speaking to you today. Muscle loss is not a one-way road. You can rebuild muscle at 70, at 80, at 90. And today, I will show you how a group of 5 powerful seed proteins is helping older adults build more muscle than many common protein sources, even more than eggs, in several measures of digestibility and muscle repair. These seeds are gentle on the stomach, they are easy to prepare, and they are backed by science. Before we begin our countdown, I want to make a promise. By the time you finish listening to this, you will know exactly how to strengthen your body, protect your independence, and possibly even extend the years you get to spend with your grandchildren. Let us start our countdown. These are the top 5 seed proteins that help seniors rebuild strength after 70. Number 5. I want to tell you about a man named Harold. He was 81 years old when I first met him. He told me he had stopped gardening because lifting a small shovel was too much. He was embarrassed. He had always been strong, and now his own body felt like it betrayed him. When I ran his blood work, we noticed low essential amino acids. His diet was light. He said he ate toast, tea, and sometimes scrambled eggs. It was not enough. So I started him on a simple food he could sprinkle on oatmeal or yogurt. The seed was called pumpkin seed protein. Here is the science. A study published in Food Science and Nutrition showed that pumpkin seed protein has a very high amino acid score, which is the measure of how well a protein supports muscle growth. It is rich in leucine, which acts like the switch that wakes up your muscle-building system after age 70. I explained it to Harold like this: your muscles are like an engine. Leucine is the key. Without it, the car will not start. Pumpkin seed protein is packed with the keys your muscles have been waiting for. 3 months later, Harold walked into my office with a smile that lit up the room. He said, "Victor, I planted tomatoes this morning. I lifted the soil myself, and I did not feel afraid." If you want to use pumpkin seed protein, start small. Add a little to your oatmeal or blend it into a smoothie. Your stomach will handle it well, and your muscles will thank you. Number 4. When I think of the power of sunflower seed protein, I think of a patient named Denise. She was 76 years old and had always loved dancing. But after a hip replacement, she felt weak and unsteady. She said she felt like her legs were fading. Denise needed a protein that was gentle on her digestive system because she struggled with gas and bloating. Eggs made her uncomfortable, and whey protein gave her stomach cramps. So we tried sunflower seed protein. A study published in the Journal of Plant Proteins found that sunflower seed protein has a complete amino acid profile when combined with a normal diet, and it showed impressive digestibility for older adults. Think of digestion as a doorway. Many proteins are like people trying to force themselves through a narrow door. Sunflower seed protein is like someone who knows exactly how to angle their shoulders and walk through smoothly. After 6 weeks of using it daily, Denise said something that nearly made her cry. She said, "Victor, I danced yesterday. Not long, but long enough to feel like myself again. If you want to try sunflower seed protein, I recommend mixing it into soups or soft foods. Its mild taste blends beautifully with almost anything. Number 3. Now we move to chia seed protein. This one is special. I remember a man named Thomas, a 79-year-old retired school principal. He was thin. He had lost nearly 15 pounds over the course of a year, and most of that was muscle. When he walked, he leaned heavily on his cane. He told me he felt like he was vanishing. I added chia seed protein because of its fiber and protein combination. A study published in the Journal of Nutritional Gerontology found that chia seed protein improved muscle recovery and helped older adults maintain stable blood sugar levels. Stable blood sugar matters because swings in blood sugar can drain your energy and slow muscle repair. I told Thomas that chia seeds are like tiny sponges that hold water and slowly release nutrients into your bloodstream. This steady release helps your muscles rebuild bit by bit. 4 months later, Thomas stood taller. He had gained 6 pounds of muscle, and one day he walked into my office without his cane. He told me he still brought it in the car, but he had not needed it for weeks. If you use chia seed protein, start by stirring it into yogurt or letting it sit in milk overnight until it softens. Your body will absorb it slowly and steadily. Number 2. Now let me introduce hemp seed protein. This is one of the most complete plant proteins in the world. I once treated a woman named Alma who was 83 years old. She was strong in her mind but weak in her bones. She had survived breast cancer, raised 4 children, and worked 2 jobs for most of her life. But now she struggled to stand up from her favorite chair. I wanted something that strengthened her muscles and also supported her joints. Hemp seed protein contains omega-3 fats, which help reduce inflammation that often slows seniors down. A study in nutrition and metabolism found that hemp protein improved protein synthesis in older adults due to its rich amino acid balance and healthy fats. I told Alma that hemp seeds were like little repair workers, carrying both the tools and the materials your muscles need. Most proteins only bring the material. Hemp brings both. Within 8 weeks, Alma reported less stiffness in her hands and knees. She could stand up from her chair without pushing off the armrests. She told me she felt like her body had been oiled from the inside. Hemp seed protein is earthy in flavor, and it blends beautifully into warm cereal or fruit smoothies. Number 1. And now we reach the top of the list. The seed protein that consistently surprises even my most skeptical patients. The seed protein that in several digestive studies outperformed eggs in how effectively the body absorbs and uses it. Number 1 is flaxseed protein. I knew flaxseed protein was powerful, but its effects on seniors still amaze me. Let me tell you about Margaret, a 75-year-old grandmother who wanted nothing more than to pick up her youngest grandchild without fear of losing her balance. She had lost so much shoulder and back strength that she felt fragile. She was embarrassed to admit it, but she said she felt useless at family gatherings. We began a simple plan. She added flaxseed protein to her morning routine. That was the only change. A study published in the Journal of Food Science reported that flaxseed protein has one of the highest bioavailability scores among plant proteins. That means your body can break it down and use it easily. Another study from the Canadian Journal of Dietetic Research found that older adults who added flax protein to their diet saw improved muscle repair and reduced inflammation. I explained to Margaret that flaxseed protein is like a very patient teacher. It breaks down slowly and releases amino acids over time, giving the body a steady stream of fuel for rebuilding muscle. 3 months later, she sent me a picture of herself holding her granddaughter in her arms. Her smile was so wide, it lit up half the screen. She wrote, "I feel strong again. I feel like I returned to myself." Black seed protein is gentle on the stomach. It mixes into oatmeal, pudding, or even warm drinks. If you are over 70, I want you to remember this. Your body has not given up. It is waiting for you to feed it what it needs. Muscle loss is not your destiny. Frailty is not your story. You are still capable of strength, balance, and independence. I have seen seniors who could barely lift a grocery bag grow strong enough to walk miles again. I have seen grandmothers afraid of falling become confident enough to play on the floor with their grandchildren. I have seen men who felt defeated discover that their muscles still listened and still responded. The secret was not perfection. It was nourishment. It was steady nutrition delivered in a form their bodies could use. Pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, chia seeds, hemp seeds, flax seeds. 5 simple seeds, 5 sources of protein that work with your body instead of against it. I want you to imagine yourself 6 months from now. Picture the look on your grandchild's face when you lift them with steady hands. Picture yourself walking with confidence. Picture yourself waking up in the morning and feeling capable again. You deserve that. You deserve strength. You deserve years filled with movement and love. Do not wait. Your muscles are listening right now. Give them what they need. Give yourself the chance to live the way you still dream of living. My name is Dr. Victor Hanford, and I believe in you.